Hey guys, this is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at AMD stock. So let's do the price action analysis. Let's identify what can we be expecting from Nvidia, not Nvidia, sorry, AMD going into this coming week. Yes, Nvidia, I did a video on that this morning as well, guys. Check that out on my channel. And is AMD still bullish even after this red candle? Shall we expect a cool off? Until where can that cool off can continue if we break certain levels? We'll talk about all of that in this video. And if we continue higher, what are the potential levels we can go all the way up to in this coming week on AMD? So guys, let's begin all of that. Once I let you know, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes. You are solely responsible for your own financial decisions and outcomes. I'm just sharing my opinion here. All right, so AMD guys, we had a pivot over here, and once we got this green candle, after that, this pullback, the structure was turning to the upside, and I talked about it back then, guys. This is a higher pivot forming. This will continue higher up from here. I talked about this thing rebounding back all the way to 156, close to 20 days moving average once we got this green candle here. And I mentioned that, guys, expect this thing to continue there. And then once we start to get the pullback, I tried opening up a short position here, thinking with a plan that, well, that's why I have my stop loss, because and that's what I was saying, guys, that if this pivot holds, if we start to have a pivot here, this thing will start to go up, provided if we recapture 20 days moving average. We got that. I was still able to be profitable here because it did go 50% in my profitable position, and that's why I did take out most of my position. I think 45% I took out, and then remaining I just sized out in my stop loss zone area. So that was still a profitable move, but not quite as how I was expecting. Now we have been going up, and this is what I said, that yes, after we form this pivot and as we are going up, expect this thing to come up to 161 at least. We went even above that, and this is where the $161 level is an important level of a structural change on the bigger time frame as well. This changes the structure completely. It's just not a rebound. The rebounds that we were just getting over here and a little bit over here, those were rebounds on the downtrend. But anything as we have gotten above this $161.67, anything above this is just not just a rebound thing. It's like it's an uptrend on a longer horizon, as long as, now this is very important, as long as we are holding this level of 161.76 or 77 cents and around this area. You get my point. So that's what brings me that, yes, AMD is still bullish. We are cooling off at this 50 days moving average, selling off from last 2 days at the 50 days moving average, right? So let's go to the hourly interval. All right, and what are we seeing with that cool off is a double top. However, don't let it fool you, because the structure, guys, again, look, based off of the structure, anything can happen. Okay, when I say anything can happen, if the structure breaks, you are watching this zone of $162 to 161. If we lose this, it may fall down to $156. So that's one of the place where 200 hours moving average would also be. So watch this closely. All right, however, if we don't break that and we continue to find support at this 50 hours 20 hours moving average, this will continue higher. It may chop around here due to the pressure of this existing blue box of resistance, because this is a long-term structural change that AMD is going through. And also that 50 days moving average that is giving this resistance from the top. And not just that, if I take you to the weekly interval, you can see that we have 20 weeks moving average overhead resistance. So you get my point, right? But we have closed above 161 to 162 dollars, which is a change of the structure already on the bullish side. There is a room for AMD. Now that's the point, that yes, if it wants to chop around here just to struggle out of this existing resistances that I just showed you, then we have a high probability of doing that. Because we are in the uptrend structure, we have already gotten out of those resistance areas and are forming that as a support now. So it may chop around and then make another move higher up. That may bring it all the way up to $185 range. And that will happen, guys, as long as we are in this bullish structure, provided we don't lose 162 and 161. And let's say if we lose 162 and 161, then you have an intraday short play all the way to 156, but then watch this level if this holds as a support, because that could be that will still be just a pivot though, but it won't be that strong of a bullish structure. It will still be bullish, but at a little bit of a lower magnitude. And then we are seeing if this pullback has enough strength again to break out of 161. If AMD can stay above $161, that's already a given a long-term good bullishness on AMD, in my opinion. Once we lose that, then either it's going to stay choppy or continue its way down, or we have to then see if this level holds at 156 for a potential pivot. We will see the price action around those levels accordingly. But you got the ideas on what to watch for on the hourly intervals as for the levels that I provided, right? Rewind the video, take a look at it again if you need to make sure you understand that. Guys, that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, valuable, hit the like, subscribe. And with that, I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.